6-bedroom HMOs.
6-bed, yeah.
Why HMO?
Um, Obviously a bit more profitable, or a lot more profitable. I mean, decorated right the way through, put new carpets right the way through in all the bedrooms, the stairs and landing area.
Negotiated down to 410, good deal.
Yeah, so conservative sort of number would be about 4,100. However, it works out about 18.75%.
So 24 inquiries.
Yeah.
Rooms in Chelmsford from people that are actively looking. So I'm just here with Craig in Essex at his first ever HMO property investment. I've had the pleasure of working with Craig for the last couple of years. He's got a couple of buy-to-let properties, but he's taken the plunge. 6-bedroom HMOs.
6-bed, yeah.
Why HMO?
Obviously a bit more profitable, or a lot more profitable than just the normal buy-to-let. Something I've wanted to do. A couple of other friends were already into that space. So I just thought, why not? They've got a couple of, sort of in a different town, but they've told me the numbers work. You've assured me that they work.
A few times.
And yeah, I can see the numbers now. So yeah.
Good. And look, we're in Chelmsford area. It's not actually that far from where you're based.
No, it's probably about a 20-minute drive. I live from here, so it's sort of quite nice and local. One good thing about this area, for me, is I do a lot of work in this area anyway, and I've got a good power team of tradesmen.
Brilliant.
So that was a really another good thing for me as well,
So you've had a bit of touch. You work in the area. You've got some contacts in the area. You've called on some tradespeople that you know. Now this was an HMO already, so it's not a conversion. It was already a 6-bed HMO, but you have freshened it up and made it a lot nicer.
Yeah. So I've come in. I've decorated right the way through. Put new carpets right the way through in all the bedrooms, the stairs and landing area. Done a herringbone floor into the lounge area. New bathroom. So just freshened it right up and got it back on its toes really. It needed a bit of love,
Can we have a look?
Well, of course we can, yeah.
Let's go and have a look.
New front door, new back door been put on, so yeah. This is bedroom 1.
It's lovely, great wallpaper. It's a great quality of property as well. You look at some HMOs that are online and you think, I don't think I'd want to sleep in there, but these
absolutely, that's exactly what when you look at them, you think you can't imagine yourself there. Obviously working with yourself for the last couple of years, and the reassurance that you've given me and stuff, and just even looking at it and just think, you've got to imagine yourself wanting to live there yourself. Would you be happy? Or if it was a younger family member, would you be happy with them staying there? And I think if you take that in mind, you don't go far wrong, do you?
Good.
So,
good. 100%. You can see the quality and everything that you've done. Lovely colour scheme as well.
Yeah, it's been picked out quite nicely. I'm quite pleased with that. So obviously got bedroom 2 round the corner here, which is once again nice and airy and spacious. Just done a feature wall in each room. New carpets, obviously new beds.
What do you think these will rent? So what would this rent for conservatively, or on average, what sort of rent?
Well, and I think probably sort of 750 for a room. If it's more, it's more. If it's a little bit less, the numbers will still work. Looking at the figures, it should be sort of around 750-ish, I reckon.
We'll have a chat about the figures in a minute. I like to talk numbers in the kitchen. I don't know.
Okay, yeah.
This works like an
So this room here is just exactly the same as the other one, the other side. So it's just mirrored. So I've just done them just to match, really.
And you've got ottoman beds as well.
Ottoman beds, yeah. Just I've done all the ottoman beds, which just gives a much better storage for everyone, as well.
Brilliant.
So they've all got a bedside table, a chest of drawers, and a nice wardrobe as well. So
one thing I noticed is that you haven't gone and done. So in the HMO world, there's an obsession with people going, "I'm going to ensuite every single room."
Yes.
You didn't do that, which I'm all on board.
Yeah.
What was the thinking?
After talking to you,
Fair enough.
yeah, it was because I probably would have done all en suites, and However, what you've always sort of said about, you know, you're turning around the money, what you can put into it, pulling out what you can. So it was just, if it works as it is, and the other thing about that then is, if ever you wanted to sell the property, you've not got that. Well, you've got 6 bedrooms with en-suites. You know, you're going to have to sell it really as an ongoing thing. It's going to cost you to sort of put that back. So if they rent as they are, then all well and good, you know.
And what have we got?
So
2 bathrooms.
2 bathrooms, yeah.
So you've got 6 rooms. You've got three people to 1 bathroom,
Yeah.
basically, which is a pretty normal ratio. Even a family home,
Yeah,
it's pretty standard.
it is, yeah. So you know, it works. I've put a new bathroom in on downstairs because the other one it seemed a little bit unloved and grotty, you know. So I've put a new one in for them there. The upstairs one wasn't too bad. So yeah. So
Yeah, I always think it like this. If this is my space that I've got, and would I rather share a bathroom with 2 other people, which generally never creates an issue for me,
yeah,
or lose a chunk of my room
yeah.
and only have a smaller room? I'd rather personally share the room.
Well, I think if
Share the bathroom.
yeah, because the bathroom is well, that one's brand new and the other one's, you know, not really that bad. When it's all been sort of redecorated, it's all nice and fresh and whatnot for people. I think they tend to look after it and will clean it, and it'll sort of hopefully be loved a little bit more, you know. Whereas if it's already starts off and it's a bit grotty and stuff like that, people come in, they don't bother to clean as they, you know. The next person that comes in, you know, it's a bit scummy or, you know, sort of been left, you know, watermarks and stuff like that. So I think doing it like that, I think it'll work.
100%.
So,
where is that new bathroom?
Let's have a look at that, shall we? So we've got an understair cupboard in here, which is quite nice to get all your bits and pieces in. You know, in the bathroom. So we've just put the panelled on the walls, and yeah,
Panel is nice as well. I mean, this is another good solution that is easy to look after.
it's just easy to wipe down.
Yeah.
And keep clean.
And it looks nice.
Yeah.
As well. It looks lovely.
Yeah, it's clean and tidy. So yeah, all good, you know.
Brilliant.
That sort of worked quite nicely. So we put some panelling on the wall, like a marble effect, which is just stuck on straight over the tiles. Which is
so you didn't have to get the tiles.
I didn't have to take the tiles off. Taking the tiles off would probably have then needed plaster work to be done.
Yeah.
So it was easier just to go over with the existing what was already there, which is glued on with a special glue, which has just smartened it all up. It's made it really nice and bright and clean and airy, you know. And the good thing as well is now is you haven't got all the grout lines that tend to sort of go mouldy if they're not looked after and sort of washed down and stuff, you know.
You get
so
grout lines, you get cracks, you
that's
get
it.
those sort of
Yeah.
issues with tiles, don't you?
Yeah.
And tile it just takes long to fit. And
Yeah, so it was a quick and easy fix, and it looks nice and tidy, you know. So yeah, so then we come into the kitchen area. So as far as the kitchen went, there wasn't a great deal to do in here. However, I had a choice. I could either put another sink unit in or a dishwasher. Reason being is to be compliant for 6 people on a different tenancy agreements.
Such a good point. So for 6 people in this borough, you need to either have 2 sinks,
Yeah,
or you need to have a sink and a dishwasher.
yeah. So
You've gone for the dishwasher in this
it
one,
was probably the best thing to do. I had to lose one cupboard to obviously fit that in. So the drawers were originally there. So I took them out, lost the cupboard there, and put the drawers back there just to sort of fit that in. So yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Other than that, this was pretty good. Oh, and the hob, I had to change the hob because the other one was cracked, which, you know, that was done. So
New tiles?
no, the tiles, I've cleaned them up. Yeah, they cleaned up quite nicely. Then this is going to be the communal sort of lounge area, which I've changed the floor and put a herringbone floor in. Changed the back door, but the back door was just a solid hardwood door that opened inwards, which encroached into the room. And having furniture in here, it made it bit cramped. So I've done it so it was opening out.
The other way, yeah, nice.
And also put glass in it, which is obscured, but it just lets a lot of light flood in, really lightens this room up.
Brilliant.
So that really worked well.
It's a good plan, is it? I mean, using the light to keep a room nice and open, and also thinking about which way the doors go and whether it's encroaching into the rooms, little things like that that make a nicer space as well.
Yeah.
Which is brilliant. So, talk to me about the numbers. What did you pay for the property?
Originally it was up for 450, then come to me for 425 on a just off market. I agreed in the end for 410, which we done a keys undertaking, which enabled me about 3 weeks' time to get the decorator in, which was between exchange and completion. So within that time, it was pretty much all already sort of decorated. So it's just the other bits of finishing off and stuff like that that we've had to do.
Good point then. So 450 it's on, came to you 425, you got it negotiated down to 410, good deal.
Yeah.
And a keys undertaking then means that once Craig exchanged contracts, the seller let him have access to the property, but it was empty at the time, so he could start work before he even completed and took the keys, and he took the keys before he actually completed on the property, which meant he could get a head start on all of the work, which means he can turn it around quicker, which means he can get it rented quicker, make money quicker, and so that 3 weeks, I mean, if you think about it in rental terms, it's probably worth a few grand.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
So it makes a big difference.
Yeah.
And then rental, I mean, what did you spend then? So all in?
So obviously I've just done the deposit as normal, so it's a 75% loan to value. So with a deposit, then I've had obviously stamp duty, legals, licensing, sourcing fee, money in the deal was about 157.
So about 157 went in. You bought for a limited company.
Yep.
So 25% deposit, legals, sourcing fee. You've got stamp duty, all of that, 157. What's the rental revenue that you're expecting?
Well, I've looked at it conservatively, and conservative sort of number would be about 4,100. However, you just give me some good news, and I think it might be a bit more than that. So, but if we works out on the conservative like that, about 4,1.
And then after you take away your mortgage, your bills, your cleaner, all that good stuff.
Yeah, it should leave me about 2,450.
£2,450 a month conservatively. I'm pretty sure it's going to be at least 50 quid a month more a room, which would be 2,700. But let's go conservative. I personally do like to be. It's always good news when you get more than you thought you were going to get. Right? So let's stick with that. And then in terms of an ROI, based on how much cash you put in to what you'll be cash flowing, what's the ROI look like?
If we do it on the conservative numbers that I've just said, it works out about 18.75% return on your money.
18% return. That's before we think about the value of the property going up.
Absolutely, yeah.
I mean, you've already had an uplift. You bought slightly under market value anyway, and you've had an uplift on the value. So we're already up. And then we've got cash flow that's 18%.
18.75%.
Based on our conservative.
On conservative numbers.
Could even be pushing towards the
20%. Yeah.
Which is not bad. I don't think Halifax are competing with that on their savings accounts, are they?
I think I was getting 3.5.
Well, yeah.
So with Lloyd's.
And that's probably just dropped now that they've dropped the base rate.
It did, because I had an email saying that the other day.
Actually, yeah. I keep getting emails from banks saying our savings have gone down.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Shocker. So 18. Let's be conservative. 18% return, £2,450 per month profit, and providing lovely homes, nicer than that were here before. How many of these do you need to have a comfortable life?
I would say if you've got 2 of these, most people are pretty much set, you know. So on to my next one.
Yeah, onto the nail, exactly that. So 2 properties is more or less £5,000 a month, and it's not too far from where you live. It's providing a nice standard of home for people, which is something to be proud of. And And it's giving you, well, that's the win-win.
It is absolutely a win-win, and that, like you say, it's what you try to achieve. It's not just about me reaping every little bit of profit out of that, and sort of not worrying about the tenants. I want the tenants to feel that they've got a nice place to live, and it's looked after. So I think that goes a long way. There's a lot of bad landlords out there. There's obviously good ones out there as well. So I think if you start off on the right foot with that in mind, I think you can't go far wrong. And obviously get the right education.
And get the right
from
education
people like yourself.
from people like myself.
Yeah.
You heard it here first. Do you ever look upstairs?
Yeah, let's go. This was a nice little feature I've done as well with the panelling as well. Put all the panelling on the walls just to break it up a little bit more,
Yeah, it looks great. I really like that.
It's sort of effective for very little money, really.
Yeah, very simple. Really effective. Makes a nice area.
This is
so this bathroom.
This bathroom was cleaned up. It's not too bad, for now at least. Yeah. And we've got this one here, is bedroom 4, which is nice and airy and bright. When the sun's out, it really floods this room with light, which is really nice. Once again, we've got ottoman bed as well, so plenty of storage.
Yeah, nice.
Then we have this one here, bedroom 5, which is a nice size one again.
All furnished and ready to go. So
yeah.
How long till you think you've got people in it?
Well, quite soon, hopefully. That'd be nice.
I think quite soon.
Yeah.
As
soon as it's listed, I'm hoping it will start to fly.
I'd like to think, because we're ready now,
yeah.
aren't we? I'd like to, and this is our smallest room.
This is the smallest room. This is, and even this has got loads of storage underneath. It's got a big cupboard, sort of built in over the top of the stairs, which has made use of that space. It's got a nice big wardrobe and obviously a little chest of drawers, which is, it's, although it's a smaller room, it's you don't feel too closed in here,
No, you don't.
So
you're ready to go now, aren't you? By the time we're listed, done viewings, people moved in, I wouldn't be surprised if it's full up within the next month at least.
Yeah.
Be nice to start getting some money back in.
It'd be very nice, yeah. It would be very nice.
It's always all money out in these
well,
projects at first.
It is, but if you don't sort of spend a bit of money to accumulate a bit of money, then you're never going to get anywhere, are you? So
100%. So what's the next plan? Restabilise and then.
Yeah, I'd like to. Once this one's sort of done and tenanted, the money's starting to flow. I'd definitely like to be looking at doing another one.
You did this in a limited company. What was the reason for that?
Once again, that really comes down to getting the right education, and being sort of taught the advantages and disadvantages. Well, there's really no disadvantage. It's all advantages by doing that. Obviously for tax purposes, because you can offset the cost of the mortgage, whereas doing it in your personal name you can't.
How much is the mortgage roughly on here?
Roughly the repayments on it is about just under £1,000. So
what rate was that?
I've got a 3.69.
3.69 for a limited company HMO mortgage.
Yeah.
I'm just going to repeat that for anyone who's trying to rewind the video and see if they heard that correctly.
Well, I've got a fantastic mortgage advisor and broker. So it's. I've got a fantastic deal.
Big shout out to SD Financial.
Yeah,
Big shout out to Ben Willocks there.
It is, yeah.
Great job.
Thanks, Ben. You've done me proud with that, mate.
It's actually a brilliant deal.
Yeah, it is. We looked at loads and loads of different options. That particular deal suited my needs for what I wanted. We sat down and worked the figures out on probably a good half a dozen different products, and together with his help, we come to that agreement with that one, you know.
And that one you said was on a 5-year fix, you said earlier, didn't you?
Yeah, this one's a 2-year fix.
Oh, this one's 2 years, sorry.
2 year. This one.
No, it's the other one.
The other one was
buy-to-let,
yeah.
So this one's on a 2-year
Yeah.
fix. Got you. And well, it's a great demand. I mean, we were just talking. I just showed you inside our spare room the inquiries in the last 3 days. 34 inquiries for rooms in Chelmsford from people that are actively looking. So I wouldn't be surprised if these go very quick. That's an important part, is it making sure you're in a place that's actually got a demand for.
Well, this is absolutely, and that's another reason why I took the opportunity while it was empty to sort of redecorate and do it really nice inside. And even the people that have worked here, the decorators have said to me, these will fly, absolutely fly out. You know, it's just, which is it's nice to sort of get that feedback, obviously.
I know you're going to believe it when you see it. Aren't you?
Well, yeah, probably, but yeah, I've got every faith in what you're telling me.
You've got Craig takes a bit of convincing, but when you convinced him, he gets it done and makes it happen. All right, brilliant. Well, look, I would just say massive congratulations.
Thank you, mate.
Well done. Well deserved.
Thanks for all your help.
You're very welcome.
And obviously Helen as well.
Absolutely, 100%. So there you have it.
Yeah.
HMO property, limited company, great rate, great return, providing great property. That's how you do it. You're welcome.